Welcome to this class. Have you ever seen painters painting a classroom or house before? How do painters know the amount of paint to buy? Mathematicians or mathematics helps painters to calculate the paints needed for a wall. So let us see how it goes. Now the topic here is application of area in real life. All right, so let's look at this very good example. A classroom wall is 8 meters long and 3 meters high. If 1 liter of paint, covers 6 square meters, calculate 1, the area of the wall, 2, the liters of paint needed. At the end of this class, you should be able to know how to calculate the area of a wall. At the same time, determine paint needed for the wall. And also be able to explain how mathematics is used for painting and construction. All right. But before we delve into that, let's look at this briefly. This word, STEAM. All right. STEAM. This X is science. This T is technology. This A is engineering. This A is arts. And this M is maths. This word is very useful when it comes to painting. All right. So how does it? All right. So let's see. When you paint a wall, you will notice that after some time, the paint will dry. Now, why that is because evaporation has taken place. So when evaporation takes place, the paint will dry. So that thing that has happened, that dryness that has occurred as a result of evaporation, is the science that is involved in the painting. Okay, so evaporation will not cause the dryness of the paint in the wall for the paint to stick to the wall. So it is the science that is involved there. Now the technology, what does this technology actually do in the paint? Now, technology actually provides the measuring apparatus or the paint calculators. I'm not saying the paint calculation, the paint calculators. For instance, now, if I want to paint this wall here now, I will carry measuring tape and measure the height from there to there. Then I will also measure the length from here to there with the tape. That particular tape is provided as a result of the technology. It's technology that produced that tape. Okay, technology is not the one that is doing the calculation. They only provide the tape for which we use in the calculation. All right, that is the work of the technology. The work of this engineering is the engineering. The what is the engineering? Now, engineers or builders always measure the wall first before painting. They measure the wall, and so that measurement that is taking place is the engineering work that is being done there. That measurement that is taking place, the engineering work that is being done there. Now, what about this A, art? Now, the art here is that when you paint a building, it beautifies the building. All right. So now the work of art is the painting. All right. When you are painting, that is the work of art that has taken place. So that is the art work that is there. All right. What about this M? The M is the mathematics. Now, mathematics helps in the calculation of the area. Without calculating the area, you will not know the amount of paints to buy. All right. So that is why this thing goes together in the work of painting. All right. So now I believe we now know what is this thing all about. So now let us now quickly look at the work now. First, let's get the wall. Let's draw the wall. This is the wall, the symbol of the wall of the classroom. Can you tell me the shape that is this? This is rectangle. Yes, if you got it right. This is rectangle. Now, this is the length of the rectangle and this is the height of the rectangle. All right. So now can you tell me the area of a rectangle? The area of a rectangle. Yeah. The area of a rectangle is length times height. That is the formula to calculate the area of a rectangle. Length times height. Some use length times breadth or length times width. The breadth, the width, the height, they are the same thing, all right? So area of a rectangle is length times height. All right. Now in the question here, the length is equals to 8 meters. The length is 8 meters and the height is 3 meters. The height is 3 meters. Okay. So now when we substitute here, now we have the area will give us the length. Just put the anywhere you see length, now put 8. Anywhere you see height, now put 3. So this will now be 8 meters times 3 meters. All right. 8 times 3 will give us 24. Why meter times meter will give us square meter? Square meter means this is how you write it. That is meter square. We call it square meter. So the unit of area anytime, any day is square meter or square centimeter or square kilometer. So square meter as the case may be now. So it is square meter. So that is the area of the classroom wall. So this is how you calculate the area of the classroom wall. Now the next is that we are to now find the liters of paint needed. Now we are told that if 1 liter of paint covers 6 square meters, so if 1 liters give you 6 square meters, they are not asking you how many liters that will now cover this 24 square meter, because the entire area of the classroom is 24 meter square. How many liters will not cover it? How many liters of paint will not cover it? So in proportion or ratio, you allow the length to be on one side, the meter square to be on the other side. We already know that 1 liter covers 6 square meters, but we don't know the numbers of liters that will cover 24 square meters. So we will now assume it to be X. That is why we use X. Sometimes you can use any alphabet, X, A, B, whatever alphabet. That's why we use alphabet, because we don't know it. So we have to calculate it so that we now know the numbers of the amount of the liters of paint that is needed to paint this classroom. All right. So we now say, okay, S liters will now give us 24 square meters. So you allow the liters on one side, the square meter on one side, then you now cross multiply. This times this will be equal to this times this. So 6 times x will give us 6x. Is equals to 1 times 24 will give us 24. So when you divide both sides by 6, divided by 6, divided by 6, 6 will cancel 6. So your s will now give you 6 divided 24 will now give us 4. So it means that it is 4 liters of paint that is needed to paint this classroom that is having 24 square meters, because 1 liter will cover 6 square meters. Hope that is very easy. All right. Now let's assume that your father wants to paint your room, or you want to paint your room, the wall of your room. Okay. Now, what mathematics does here will now help you to do is that it will help you to minimize wasteful spending, to actually know the particular amount of pence that you are going to buy. If you apply mathematics, you will not spend anyhow, you will not spend wastefully. Okay, so that is what mathematics does. I hope that is very clear. So don't think that mathematics is abstract. It's not abstract. You can see its application now even for painters. All right, so thank you for watching.